Come on, man. Come on, man.
I think I'd rather listen to a toilet flush than listen to rap music. You can't understand what they're saying.
I'm ready, fam.
Sounds like oobity, ibbity, obbity, oobity, ibbity. Sing slower so I can understand.
I'm ready. Hey, I'm ready. You ready? You ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. They ain't no move makers, they ain't no uplifters. They acting like they shifters, they ain't nothing but some grifters. We about to call them out, we know what they all about. Acting like they love the people taking food out their mouth. They keep a fresh scam, I keep a fresh show. They think that people slow, but I'm here to let them know. They out to get you, all these devils and these witches. They blending witches brew, cooking CMOS in the kitchen. We gotta stop them now, ain't no waiting till tomorrow. Only God we waiting on is us, calling out them frauds. They think they Falcon Haru, I call them jive turkey. And when I expose them frauds, then they try to hurt me. Hey, and then they try to hurt me. Hey, and then they try to hurt me. Huh? And then they try to hurt me. Oh yeah, and then they try to hurt me. We back. Yeah. Hey yo, it been a long time. I should've left you. I'm sounding. Huh? It been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. There was not a lot of snow just to step through. A lot of snow for me to step through. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. But it was a lot of snow for me to step through. A lot of snow. A lot of snow. A lot of snow for me to try to step through. Hey! It's been a long time. Let's get up right here. Abu, check it out. Y'all ready?
Come on, man.
You see how fake and phony this little bastard
Y'all
is?
ready? Oh, we about to get started. Huh? It's chilly out here. Where y'all at? Y'all spending that time that you need to stop for someone. Come on the block and cock it. Internet, you need to stop for someone. For someone. To someone. Y'all the internet problems and you need to stop it. Yeah, 20 years ago, yeah, I probably would have cocked it. Put it to your brain and brain would have been dropping. On the concrete, oh no, ain't no stopping. Yeah, I keep it popping, this ain't hip hopping. This is real life, don't make me cock it. Oh no, I ain't gonna stop it, I'ma keep going. Don't get that boy, he ain't on way yet. He up and over, up in LA. Anything I'm involved, the more he think we gon' play. He think the game is over, no, the game is over. We ain't sleep, we ain't drunk, we ain't sober. We just high, yeah, that make me high. We high just like, I mean we high like the sun. Up in the sky, cause we God, boy. But we don't lie, we gon' bring it to your brain when it comes February. February comes, we go, What? Y'all some internet problems and you need to stop before I get a 45 and your brain be rocking. Put you on the sidewalk and you start stomping. Your brain's on the concrete, just level the snow, and I almost slipped and bust my elbow. I was like, oh no, I gotta go back in, and then my wife got crazy, and then again, I went back outside because she said she gotta go to work. I said, oh my God, I don't wanna be a jerk, so I grabbed the shovel and I started to lift, and I'm looking at the time on my wrist. I said, let me finish so I can go inside.
Come on, man.
Welcome to another edition of Morris Real TV. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? I'm just playing around, fam. I'm trying to get warmed up just a little bit, family. I don't know what it is where you at. Yesterday, family, it was cold. It was cold as a grifter's heart. I'm trying to tell you, it was cold as Tariq Nasheed's grifting heart over here in Baltimore yesterday. I'm trying to tell you, it was bad. It was bad. I'm trying to tell you, it was cold as Tariq Nasheed's grifting heart. Good goodness gracious. It wasn't taking no shorts. Oh my goodness. Y'all think Umar School got heat in it? Just some things to think about. It's the heat. Did he ever get the AC working? Just something to think about. It's the Hidden History Museum. Is it cold? Or does it have heat? Do the boo-boo flush yet in the Hidden History Museum? Something to think about. Just something to think about. Just something to think about. That's all it is. Yeah. It got kerosene heat. Y'all just paid too much. Pootie Tang. I don't know. Pootie Tang told me he want me to do an update on Grandmaster J. You know what I mean? It's 57 in Cali. Oh, yeah, that's a different type of cold. If you lived in Cali all your life, 57 degrees might be cold for you. Let me see what it is here. 57 might be cold. Family, I got a nice show for y'all tonight. If y'all on the East Coast, you probably ain't got to go work tomorrow, so don't be watching half the show tonight and half tomorrow. You ain't got to do nothing anyway. Y'all be acting all old all the time, man. Y'all be, you in the DMV Alchemist Lab. Y'all be acting old too much, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all be acting cold and old and all that type of stuff. Y'all ain't gonna work tomorrow. Look at that. Good goodness of gracious. I told you it's cold as a grifter's heart. Yes, indeed. It's 23. It's 23 in New York. But it's cold as a grifter's heart in Baltimore. Good goodness of gracious. God, colors are crazy. I'm trying to tell you. Hey. I'm going to tell you what. All y'all brothers and sisters out there, y'all better get a heated blanket if you're in the cold. Because if you ain't got no significant other, just get a heated blanket. I'm trying to tell you. Grandma used to have heated blankets. They was nice and warm. You know what I'm saying? I like that saying. Cold as a grifter's heart. It's 10 in Cincinnati. WKRP? No. In WKRP, it's 3 in the Mecca. Nah, man. See, you playing now, Malachi. I mean, is that Malachi Z. York or Malachi Yahawada? Who we talking to? Talking about this 3 in Chicago. I mean, peace, Malachi. Come on, man. Anyway, family, I got a beautiful show for you tonight. Family, y'all got a little bit of time, though, because I want to break this down. 2 in Detroit. Good goodness. Man, listen, I'm not used to all that type cold. I'm trying to tell you. The utility bill's going to be high as ever. Family, if y'all got a little piece of change, can you throw me a little piece of change, please? You mean? Y'all, some of y'all over here done crossed over from Umar. Some of y'all done crossed over from Tariq Nasheed. Throw me a piece of change, please. I mean, help me on this utility bill. Y'all done threw them millions of dollars. Just throw me a little piece of change, Just throw me a piece of change, man. Somebody put the cash app in there. They just threw them people millions and millions of dollars. Man, y'all done came over here from Tariq. Some of y'all done woke up. All that change you done threw them. Throw me a little piece of change. So I can keep, just to keep the lights on. Mama Tariq Nasheed said that. You know, we ask for anything you can give. Give a donation, you know, just so we can at least keep the lights on. For what? Ain't nobody there. What you keep the lights on for? Hey, Tish LaJoy says Tish says she crossed over. Hey, Tish, gotta talk to you for a taste. Just for a minute. Throw me a little something, keep the lights on. For what? Ain't nobody there. You need to grow up. Grand Chic. Won't you just grow up? No, I don't feel like it. Anyway, Tish LaJoy said, I did cross over. Tish, Tish, sorry if you crossed over recently and you came over here and I'm acting silly. I'm gonna mature. Seriously, I'm trying to keep you over here. I don't want you to go back over there, LaChoice. I don't want you to go back over there. I really don't. You can't poop in the place up in the Hidden History Museum. You start paying for puppets. You start paying for trips. He in Hawaii talking about he in the Philippines and all that type of stuff. I don't want you paying for all that. Now Tish probably ain't gave him a dime. Tish probably was over there laughing and was like, hold up, this dude ain't even funny. I ain't got nothing better to do. Like Tariq Nasheed, he that show that you watch. He's something that you do when you ain't got nothing to do. That's what he is. That's what it is. I'm telling you that. People been asking me, why don't I cover Bob Moochie Bear sandwich? I got him. I appreciate you. Yes, indeed. But look at this. Tariq Nasheed on Morshwell TV. I'm telling you, we got some good stuff coming, but it's to the point now. I've covered it for over a year, as I promised. Press 7. I said I will promise to do a year. I did it over a year, and we not finished yet. But Tariq Nasheed has fell into the category that he is something to do when we ain't got nothing to do. Y'all rock with me. Y'all feel me what I'm saying? He's something to do. We ain't got nothing to do. You know what I mean? We got plenty of information, but he we gonna drop this documentary. That's what we gonna do. We gonna drop this documentary. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do. We gonna give people the real information. That's what we gonna do. But anyway, family, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. And all the good citizens here on Morshwell TV. If you just new to this, listen, I am a half 100. I feel like half of 40. But I got the wisdom like I'm a whole century. All right? So just work with me. Have a little patience. Have a little patience. So, with that being said, I had to get my hands right. My hands a little bit dry. I was really shoveling snow. My hands a little bit dry. So with that being said, family, I got to we got to start the show. So now we're going to get to the business of the night. And family, I really want you to really pay attention tonight, because we're going to teach something, but we're going to teach something in such a way that you're going to be like, I never considered that. Or maybe you have. So here we go.
It never really mattered too much to me.
But I'm
Yeah, when I came on the scene,
I'm
right?
gonna talk about it.
It never really
I
mattered
wasn't
too
even tripping,
much
you know what I mean?
I know they mad, but I'm gonna talk about it.
But they was coming at the moors like they was half crazy.
They watch me talk about it. I don't care. I
and
talk
it
about it.
forced me to expose these people, but
They
in
love
reality,
So
they
yeah, I'm
never
gonna
did.
talk about it. These frauds are mad. make no mistake, I exposed the fake. I made their pockets lose weight. 2023 was foul, polite went on trial for a lesser charge, but it still equate to raping a child. We left her and her mother scarred in this fraud. Went on IG saying that they dropped the charges. Regardless, I never been a co-conspirator. He put that fraud in front of people, that's why we hearing him. Red and blue pill went up the Stone Mountain, trying to get the power out of rock, shooting a video, bouncing. Brother Rich think he's slick like a wizard, pushing pseudoscience, but he called it metaphysics. Billy Carson did the first annual conscious award. King Simon was smiling like a Jessica cat. Of course, no spaceships, no aliens, but a whole lot of crackers. But at least he got an underground city if they attack us. And the FDA come, I'm thinking about it, booty tank. 1 million. I'm getting my slides ready. Toilet don't work. Okay, let's keep it a buck. It ain't nothing but a club that can't sell alcohol, tickets, or grub. In the city, about to shut them down at any given moment. Tariq got a mortgage that I'm telling he owned it. Meet X conference for vendors, the black agenda. Ain't nobody show, I guess they gone to November. What's up, man? No, it don't matter to me. See, I don't even know why they even got me started, you know what I mean? I do it for the people, only for the people, for real. Why did they even try to test me? Rock with me, family. It don't matter to me. No, it don't matter to me. You know what I mean? If you ain't right and you call my name, it's going down. Let's go. You heard? Yeah. Come on, girls, I got one. Let's go. Nietzsche X was cussing everybody out online. She was crying, ain't lying. Oh my God, I was dying. Nepal showed it all just a year before, but this year she topped that for sure. Donetta gave Jezebel keys to the safe. Said she took 6 racks. The people paid for the debate. The debate didn't happen, so she left the East. Flew to Cali, let killer priests kill them cheap. I keep telling these people, it's not a game. You don't want me on your heels. Let's get it. Tony the closer was bigger than everybody folder. He tried to warn you. Jay Morrison was getting over. Jay closed the door, some real estate fund. Everybody who fell for the scam was looking dumb. Boys looking like a clown trying to defend it. Talking like a bad investment just ended. Come on, boys. It was a scam, boys. Won't you just admit it? Young Pharaoh talking crazy. He need to be committed. He claimed them shrooms that made him a loon. Nature boy went to jail. What he need is a padded room. It's too disgusting to go into detail. How him and young Pharaoh like girls who are males. Go figure. They all like mentally ill. Garfield and Jagger Squad are the only one who kept it real. Tazariak started running with whack. On the real, still waiting for the cap to come back. Yeah, I seen him on the jumper with the Fed and the devil. And that ain't the captain that I wanna remember. Remember Big Shirley, Crystal Muhammad, Uncle Sug, Yuck Bay, with all that drama. Queen Thrones, Dr. Inky, they all came against me. Their channel is a graveyard, they rest in pee and feces and dung. Look what they become. Let that be a warning for those who want some. Malik Lulu Shabazz had to quit his post. You Black Panther Party ain't nothing but cutthroats. Ops and informants, I exposed them all. And a few real ones salute, you know who you are. 30 years marching and Bull Hill talking. Suited and booted, but ain't nobody sparking. Ozone got 30 years running with these fools. The ultimate setup, informants got away smooth.
So, you're a
DC Slim, I might gotta do a hip hop.
Yes.
I got you, DC Slim. We can work on that this weekend. I'm a philosopher.
I think very deeply.
I'm trying to tell you.
I think very deeply.
I really want to request and then we're gonna start the show. Let's get it. Sharif Bey said he would debate the sheik. Jay topped his tail, and I haven't heard a peep. Straight fraternity guys should be an eternity boy. Cause they have poop babies when I swing that sword. I put Roy Bay on quiet time like a junkie. Commission had that, then became silent and funk. You might not know that fraud, but rest assured that he ain't got a government, he ain't no more. Wesley Muhammad spent all year talking about Malcolm, trying to convince us NOI didn't scalp him. We don't believe you, so put it to bed. Back then I think NOI was the the feds. I know Malcolm Flex mad, but it don't make sense. Recently, Wesley only talk about spaceships, the mothership and baby planes flying above us. That's about as well as Ali Muhammad's government. If I forgot you, I ain't forget you. Don't worry. Next year gonna be here. Nice. It's gonna be here. I'm gonna get that boy good. You gonna do something crazy. Cause that's what you do. That's what you do. You heard? Don't make it too much school. Shout out to Uncle Murphy with the rap. With the continuity rapper. into Umar school. I said my people be tripping, it's like they wanna be fooled. What up to the donate into Umar school. I said my original people, it's like they wanna be fooled. With food still
Black girls
donate into
read.
Umar school.
Let's
I said
get
my
one more.
people
Let's go.
Check 1, 2.
Taharkabey got smacked, is that right?
Taharkabey got smacked, is that right?
Taharkabey
Y'all
went out
ready?
west, he got smacked, is that right?
He got smacked,
Check,
is
check.
that right?
Is that right?
Is that right? This the real deal.
Man.
Let's go. Yes, sir. This the real deal.
Let's go. Taharkabey.
I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing this fraud. They say I'm trolling like 50, they thought they catch me in Cali. Smack me up with some charges. If I was 25, I probably would've stuck them up regardless. On the run from the feds, because that boy is a fed. The devil's back in the day, I put a price on his head. You wanna swing on the guard, you little swindling fraud. With the feds on the block, the roof, and in the car. Nah, I'm a little smarter, I live to fight tomorrow. I refuse to let you leave me to slaughter, you little punk. I got children to raise, I got people to uplift. Your intentions is to enslave my people in grift, and at the same time snitch on anybody suspicious. You a government witness and they just changed your name, gave you a new identity, location, and fame. But we know who you are, you can't hide no more, Marcus. It's coming to light what you done did in the darkness. Been an agent for years, yeah. Back in '91, you infiltrated the rap game. It's Cosmo Flex, your job is done. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like watching. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I got the heart of Muhammad and the wisdom of Ali. I never say why me, instead I say why you. Didn't heed the warning, you know how I do. Destroy them devils, cause the devil's a punk. I'm the manifest of God, start cresting and and use a Twitter revolutionary way to get hacked. I say I got smacked, sitting in front of your compact. I'm boots on the ground, 10 toes down out west. I could've called on my people and pulled up to your rest. In your gated community is your federal prison. Don't think that we don't know how you really living, we got you. The feds is watching, informing, plotting to get me. I said the feds is watching, informing, plotting to get me. I said they plotting to get me. I said they plotting to get me. Come on. Now listen, family. Let's get this show started, family. We drop it again, King Smoker. My bad, bro. I get a little bit pumped up in the beginning, but family, the question of the day is this. Here is the question of the day, family. The question of the day. Do you believe? And I need to see some. We like to interact on this channel right here. Do you believe that it's a fluke? Let me ask you this first. How many people feel that just like any other group of people on the planet Earth, Italians, Chinese, Russians, etc., how many people feel that we as, whatever you call yourself, African American, Black, Moors, Hebrews, whatever the case may be, how many feel that we should be governing ourselves, that we should be manufacturing our own boo-boo paper, that we should be, somebody said turn the mic up. Oh, I got it. My bad. Check. So how many people, listen, how many people feel as though that we should be governing ourselves, that we should have our independent own technology that start from us, now it could be sold around the world, but start from us, processed by us, owned, managed, produced, and sold by us? Can we name one product? That we as a people produce, own, and get a return on, and produce, own again? Do anybody know any? Do anybody know any product? Like, for instance, I'm not saying that we work for Boeing. I'm not saying that we work for Microsoft. No, that's not what I'm saying. Do anybody know of a product that we as a people It's exclusively ours. There is no shareholders outside of us. It's just exclusively ours. This is what I'm saying. Now, if we all know that it's hard, even if it is one out there, it never benefits the constituents of our people as a whole. You understand what I'm saying? What I mean to say, like, when China does business, China benefits from the business. This is why United States propaganda is do not buy from China. And then they put the propaganda out there that China has cheap products. It's because they don't want you to send your money to China. You follow what I'm saying? And we fall right in suit with that. And we, as the lowest one on the pecking orders, us, those who are descendants from the inhabitants of Africa and indigenous of Americas and indigenous around the world, the melanated people, we are at the lowest of the pecking order. We would say, we're not buying nothing from China because it's cheap. We never bought nothing from China. And so we don't know. All we know is we see labels that says China and we say, oh, that's cheap stuff from China. However, all the labels that says China on it should tell you that the people that's telling you not to buy from China is the ones that's buying from China. Why am I saying all this? The name of this presentation tonight is Are Black Freemasons, quote unquote, Black Freemasons, are they the real gatekeepers? The reason why I say that is because I am of the thought that we are not lagging behind because we are not qualified, because we don't have the expertise, because we don't have the talent. We are lagging behind because there are people who are gatekeepers that block the way. So if you come up with a great idea and the gatekeepers find out, they will find a way to influence you to sell out or take that idea, share that idea, steal that idea, and somebody else would have it. I did not say blacks don't own stuff. Of course we own stuff. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm speaking of is industry. There's a difference when I say producing something from the beginning, manufacturing, distribute it, reap the rewards, and repeat rents. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't say we don't own the liquor store. I didn't say we don't own a cab. I didn't say we don't own corner stores. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about from the beginning of production to the final sale back to the beginning of production. That's what I'm talking about. That's called industry. Understand what I'm saying? That's called industry. No harm, no foul if we cannot think of one that does that. The point that I'm trying to make is are we not there because of our expertise, or are we not there because we have things in place, people in place to prevent us, to stop us, to slow us down? So what we're going to do tonight is, family, I just want to share a few things with you. The conversation about Diddy and all of that, it's crazy to me that we don't really realize what's really going on. You follow what I'm saying? What the heck is this? We don't really realize what's going on. And so what I want to show you that, family, wherever you turn, I'm going to do a lot of picture sharing today. But wherever you turn, there is, without a doubt, a contradiction. We're going to go back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. Wherever you turn, wherever there's some power brokers, politicians, there are Freemasons. So the question begs to ask that these brothers that are in these fraternities, and as long as they've been in these fraternities, how has it benefited the whole of people? They say they give charity, and I'm not demonizing a Mason, but I'm asking a legitimate question. What is the purpose of the fraternal organizations that can climb their way up corporate America, that can climb their way up entertainment, that they can climb their way up any door hatch and someone pull them through, but everybody else is down in the basement? It begs you to wonder, what is this all about? Now, John Lewis, power broker in politics, recently passed away. Even Mandela, after all the years, he get out, they give him his own lodge, and he becomes a gatekeeper for South Africa. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That at every turn you have someone there guarding the door. Now, why is it so important that we acknowledge? This is what I was talking about. Do anybody remember the other day when I said that Cat Williams, instead of Cat Williams talking about he's exposing Diddy, and he's exposing somebody for stealing his jokes, I said that if he knows all of this, why don't he expose the actual ones that put them in place? Why not? Why don't he expose the actual ones that put them in place? Since he knows so much. This is why I believe that it's a fluke. Y'all know he has a tour coming up. I believe that it was a fluke because I've heard all the information before. And like you, I was like, whoa, he going in. And then I thought about it, like, I heard all this before. And then when he was talking about exposing, I sketched said and all of these people, I was saying to myself, hold up. He was just saying that he was just saying that he knows. But he's only naming those that we know that brings about sensationalism. But in reality, the same thing continues to go on. It doesn't stop because somebody stole your joke. It doesn't stop because, in fact, I like what Michael Epps said. He said, man, I'm mad because he didn't say my name. Because all of it works together, because at some point, all publicity becomes good publicity, even if you respond nonchalantly. Your name is being repeated on a video that's almost 50,000 views. So even if you're on the opposite side of the spectrum, it becomes beneficial to you. Let me give you a clue. One of the worst things Tariq Nasheed could have done is troll my video and call me out. He's a dumb fool for that. I said it. He's a dumb fool for that. Because I never disrespected him. I only questioned the legitimacy of FBA. Tariq Nasheed has been around for as long as we can remember. He called my name. Why wouldn't I respond? Now I can reach. I'm giving you the game. Now I can reach even more people to help awaken those who are rocked asleep. Why wouldn't I? You're doing this for views. Of course, because I want to wake people up. You're doing this for clout. I need all the clout I can get so I can expose these frauds to those who have fell victim to it. Absolutely. The best thing he could have done is what he's doing now. Pardon me. Just ignore me. Because I never disrespected him. The only thing I said was, help us understand FBA. And his ego got involved and tried to do the same play that he has done with Tommy Sotomayor, Michi X, and many others. But see, with me, I understand social media games, and I don't mind playing them. I don't mind playing them in order to wake people up. But I won't slander you. I won't slander you. I won't lie on you. I might look at something and misinterpret it, but I'm not going to jump out the window. So the point that I'm making is when Cat Williams names somebody's name and it is swinging over 50 million times on the internet, it's a win-win for both sides because they all millionaires seeking more wealth. And we sitting up there talking about Cat Williams. We trying to rub two nickels together. We trying to make sure that our investments don't flop if we got them. We're trying to make sure that we got enough change for the heat to keep on popping off this winter. And these millionaires are sitting up there keeping our face glued to the telephone, glued to the TV. With some nonsense. These are the gatekeepers that we need to really watch out for. Let me explain something to you, family, before we get deep into this, family. I'm going to have a conversation with you. I want to get you to think. I want to get you to think. Listen to
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say I'm so green.
Can I need milk? Why am I different? When I see that the first time, I'm laughing. But when I consider it, after I laugh, family, it's okay to laugh. It's okay to fall for the okie doke for just a moment. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? It should make you laugh. But after you finish laughing, you should consider what was being said. Now, Cat said, I'm going to run it back for a second.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times.
Cat said he had to turn down $50 million 4 times.
Four times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you.
Now let me stop right there. How do a straight man get into a company of a gay man to ask him for relations 4 times? Fam, this is a real question. How does a straight man get into the company even a telephone call. He haven't seen Kevin in 25 years. Press 7 if you remember. Yet, Diddy, according to him, offered him 4 times $50 million for relations. But he haven't seen Kevin in 25 years. Make it make sense. How do you be in the company of someone like that? How do they get your number? How do they keep getting in touch with you? How does this work, Cat? See, this is the problem that people do not. This is called critically thinking. When people talk too much, all you got to do is let them talk and listen. That's all you got to do. Because there is no rainbow man is going to make that offer to me after the first time. Not that I am going to do any harm per se, because it could be over the phone, it could be something like that. But you never get the phone again. You never get the phone number again. You never, not 4 times. Am I yelling too much? 4 times, family. Make it make sense. Listen, this is all a horse and pony show. You understand what I'm saying? This is all a horse and pony show.
Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no.
And you gotta tell him no. 4 times, Cat. See, let me explain something to you. See, we be giving people passes because we like their jokes. We be giving people passes because, hey, they're entertaining. But at the end of the day, we got to deal with facts as they are. I mean, at the end of the day, we got to deal with facts as they are. Let me show you something real quick. The moment you see something like this, the moment you see a video released like this, y'all ain't family, the moment you see a video like this, right? The moment you see a video like this, right? And you say someone offered you 4 times, and then you talk about people wearing dresses. Y'all got to remember that Cat, one of his highlights is the dress, right? But Cat, you coming through like this now. What's the difference between a dress and this, Cat? I know they're going to be mad at me, Cat fans. I know you are. What's the difference between that and this, Cat? What's the difference? What's the difference, Cat? See, we need to be aware of the horse and pony show that's always taking place. That's always taking place. And we fall victim to it way too much. You feel what I'm saying? We fall victim to it way too much. You hear what I'm saying? And that's a problem. That's a problem. Because we so busy laughing that we miss out on what's really going on. We miss out on what's really going on because we so busy laughing. It's okay to laugh, but once your laughter stops, you need to start asking yourself these critical questions. We're going to get busy. This ain't even start the show yet. So we're going to get busy in a minute. But we need to start asking critical questions. You know what I mean? How does these things take place, Cat? I mean, you are funny. It might be funny in other ways, but you don't get to play the game on us. You know what I mean? Because as you talk about one, we got to consider your moves too, bro. We got to consider you too, bro. Because you tripping now. And how do we, and somebody say, no, somebody say pimp styles. Well, I say feminine styles. I say feminine styles. A pimp braid his hair like that and color it purple. This is what whatever that is. That's a pimp style, brother. I need your help on this one. The point that I'm making is, Brother Mullins, is that he's talking about brothers wearing dresses as if they sold out and took the bait and went against some code. But we see, why does he get to set the code as to what qualifies selling out? Yes, wearing the dress is crazy. I don't know how they do it. I get it. But this ain't not much different. This ain't much different. Not to me. Especially this one here. Especially this one. Especially this one. So the point that I'm making is, I'm not implying that Cat is a fruitcake, that Cat is of the rainbow people. But the funny part about that is that he's setting a standard to sensationalize something that we know to be crazy. That we know to be crazy. But this ain't that far from crazy. This ain't that far from crazy. Not the wig. I think that was the haunted house movie. I don't care what it was. We're talking about men wearing dresses in movies. That's the point. It's not that these men are wearing dresses in public. If they're wearing dresses in movies and he's wearing fake hair, feminine style, woman style in a movie, what's the beef? I'm speaking about the double standard, but what I'm telling you is that it's a horse and pony show for sensationalism. That's all it is. It's a horse and pony show for sensationalism. That's all it is. That's all my point I'm making. And now I'm getting to my point about these people playing games with us, the regular everyday people. The common people is the one that fall victim, because we are the one that get entertained and go fill up little arenas. We the one that get entertained and share this stuff on the internet at the expense of our time, our quality time, and they go straight to the bank. You see, it's nothing wrong with being entertained, but at the end of the day, this is a money grab on the back end. I told y'all that about Tariq Nasheed, that although he may seems to be doing something on the front end, it's the back end. Y'all ain't never check out videos by what's his name, Charleston White. He said, man, give me my back end. In other words, they paid up front, and he want the back end when he complete his little show that he does. He says, as long as I get my back in, I'm good. Do you understand what I'm saying? Y'all can throw stuff, y'all can tear up the show, do what you want. Just give me my back end. And a lot of this new grifting is all about the back end. It's all about the back end. And I guess should I say like Cam say, pause? But so let's get to the point of the matter. Let's get to the point of the matter. So the question I ask is, while we are watching this sensationalism play out all the time, from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? From back in the day, we have all of these gatekeepers, and we wonder why we haven't advanced far. Du Bois of the Widow's Son Lodge, all of these Freemasons, that's supposed to have all of these connections, then why are we still at the bottom of the pecking order? And these are supposed to be freedom fighters of some sort. You follow me? These are supposed, Elijah Cummings, here in Baltimore. These are supposed to be freedom fighters and represent the people of some sort. Why then? Why then? That all of these people that have some sort of power or clout within their respected areas of life, do we still struggle and strive, our people, majority of us, at the bottom of the pecking order? You understand what I'm saying? Family, there's an orchestrated plan that most of these Masons of the low level probably don't even understand. At the time that they begin to understand, it's pretty much too late because they already got their name written in blood symbolically by taking the oath. Let me show you some more. Let's go through it, family. All the people, how many people? Martin Delaney. We love these people. But do the people love their people more than they honor the oath? See, we got to have a real talk. Because if we want to one day break loose, as it says in the Bible, come out of her, my people. If we one day want to break loose, we got to acknowledge some hard facts. Press 7 if y'all still with me. Did y'all run away yet? Did the Masons run away yet? We're going to have to acknowledge some hard facts. And these hard facts that we're going to have to acknowledge, that there is something that's working against us. And the something that we think working against us, it's very unfortunate for me to bring it to your attention, most likely look like us. While we crying about what's going on in the streets of black people killing black people, while we're crying about drugs, while we're crying about all of this, I'm going to show you the power brokers that have most influence, that seem to be helping, but has nothing changed. This guy, Oscar the Priest, actually was a supporter of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. After the death of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, you didn't hear anything from him as it related to national principles to bring us up out of this muck and mud that we find ourselves in. He was a Mason. Now, I know the Masons were going to be mad at me, but I'm telling you, family, is it a coincidence that all of the people that are somewhere or doing something in the name of our people, they always turn out to be in a fraternal organization, and we have not moved the meter 1 inch. We got to stop blaming the dope boy for killing each other in poverty. We got to stop blaming little Sexy Red for twerking. We got to stop that. Because there is some gateholders that's saying, come on through, Sexy Red. I know you don't know what money look like. Let me put a little bit in your hand. Come on through. Come on through. You're looking at some of these brokers now. See, the problem is we don't like to examine our own madness. We don't like to examine our own madness. We are entertained by Don King. And when people talk crazy about Don King, but these are all brothers. These are all brothers. Oh, yeah, MLK too. We get him too. These are all brothers. All of them are brothers of the same cause, whatever that cause may be. We need to stop being disillusioned by the smiley face, by the promises and all of these things. And we need to call people out. We need to find out what's your real agenda. Because after all of this, listen. Y'all look at Benjamin Crump, and people say he's an ambulance chaser. Well, where did he come from? How does he get all of these cases? Is he good as people think he is? Or is somebody moving the meter for him? Family, when you're talking about fraternal organizations, there's always somebody before somebody that opened the door for them. That's why there are fraternal organizations, and that's the attractive nature of joining them, because the individual wants somebody to open the door so they can walk through. And once they walk through, it's bump you, because they took an oath. They took an oath. And you're uninitiated. You're uninitiated. You can only get the crumbs that drop from the master's table. Master Mason, you can only get the crumbs. So what's the alternative? The common people have to learn that it's not. Listen, the common people have to learn that it's not the proverbial white against black. It's not that. When you get to the root of it, it may be that. But the part that we can touch, feel, and see is the agents of these secret societies. See, it's not a fluke that we have not moved on any sorts of independence for us, by us, grow our own food, have our own malls. This ain't by chance. There's something preventing it. There's people that's preventing it. You see, there's people that's listen. Even back during the time of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder and publisher of the Chicago Defender, when the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was building up the community, advancing the economy on the south side and the west side of Chicago, Prophet Noble Drew Ali made the front page and every other page of the Chicago Defender. The moment that the European put his hand in the pot and sent the agents in wearing fezzes, this same brother did a total 180 smear campaign. You follow me? Somebody says the ones we know about aren't considered secret. The real ones are actually hidden. No. There's layers to this. We have, everybody knew this guy. We know these people. These people can be addressed at any given moment. They are the power brokers. They are the gate to those who have the real power. The problem is that we support and we, just like I showed the video earlier about Cat Williams, we applaud and we laugh and we joke and we push them forward when it's all a plot, scam, and scheme. It's all a plot, scam, and scheme. Do you really believe Ben Crump is a great attorney or a great negotiator? No. He comes out of, he got experience. Let's get it clear. He got experience. He's got the style. He has the charisma. And he also have the fraternal connections. That what makes the difference. He has the fraternal connections. These are the things that keep us. These are the things. These are the things that has held us back since the inception of the Prince Hall Masons. Why do I say that? Let's get busy. Oh, I know they're going to be mad at me today. Hey, y'all got my back. Well, I'm going to just stop the show, man. They're going to be mad at me today. They're going to be mad. My brother Mason's going to be mad at me today. I know they is. The low-level Mason's going to be mad at me today. Because I'm not really referring to the low-level Masons that's in the community and doing things in the community. I'm not referring to them. What I'm saying is that the moment that they advance up that pyramid, they will, if they want to change, they can't. But they will know that it's too late. If they advance up that pyramid. If they would advance up this pyramid right here. You follow me? Through York right, Scottish right, all the way up. If they was to advance up this pyramid right here. And they wanted to turn back, they couldn't. The ones that's having little parties, little festivals, and feeding people, helping people, clothing people, and all that, they doing a beautiful thing. But if they push forward and they decide, hold up, I am giving too much to this and not enough to that, it's too late. Let me show you something, and I'm not even a big fan of what I'm about to share with you, but I'm going to share it with you. Frederick Douglass, Umar pretended cousin. I think he said that's his cousin. Umar pretended cousin. Frederick Douglass, right. Frederick Douglass once said something to the effect. In fact, let me share it with you. And I'm going to read it to you. I told you we're going to learn something today. This actually wraps it up in a nutshell. And although Frederick Douglass most likely went left on us always too, but he made a point, and I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because he made a serious point. And this point,
Sorry to disturb you.
oh my goodness, boy, you just scared me. What you doing up?
I was sorry. I'm sorry.
Hold up
to
1 second,
disturb
1 second,
you, but
1 second. Let me mute real quick. I don't know what you about. I thought you was asleep, boy. I don't know why he ain't sleep, but he's. Come here. Come say hi to everybody. Say Islam to everybody.
Islam.
Give them the deuces. Well, you made me nervous. I was about to pull out the Draco. I just playing. All right, go lay back down, all right? All right, peace. Hey, yeah, like, but y'all hear, did y'all hear Draco bark? Did y'all hear Draco? Draco said, "Oh." Draco on God. Did y'all press 7? Y'all heard Draco. I heard Draco first. Like, I'm like, hold up, I'm looking. There he come. But anyway, my wife must be asleep. I got to keep it down. Family, I might got to keep it down. Hey, do I yell too much? My apology, family. You mean? Good goodness gracious. Where was that? You scared the daylights out of me. Anyway, the point that I was making is, if I lost my point, I'm just going to pick up where I was at. The point that I was making is that I was talking about Jesse, not Jesse. I was talking about what's my guy name? Frederick Douglass. I was talking about Frederick Douglass. Now listen what Frederick Douglass had to say. Frederick Douglass said in a speech on July the 4th, 1848, in addition to blasting hypocrisy of celebrating America's independence when over 1 million slaves were not free, Frederick Douglass also blasted Prince Hall Freemasonry among black freemen. Now imagine this. They're celebrating Independence Day that represents freedom. However, there is people among our people who are enslaved. So Frederick Douglass speaks out against that. And then he speaks out against Freemasonry. And listen to this beautiful logic that he displays that is applicable today. It applies today. Watch this. It cannot be said that we are too poor to patronize our own press to any greater extent than we now do. For in popular demonstrations of odd fellowship, Freemasonry, and the like, we expend annually from $10,000 to $12,000. If we put forth a call for the National Convention for the purpose of considering our wrongs and asserting our rights and adopting measures for our mutual elevation and emancipation of our enslaved countrymen, we shall bring together about 50. But if we call a grand celebration of odd fellowship or Freemasonry, we shall assemble, as was in the case a few days ago in New York, from 4,000 to 5,000. The expense of which alone would be from $17,000 to $20,000. See, this is not a new thing. Frederick Douglass, if you don't get it, Frederick Douglass saying that if we call for a regular everyday convention to right our wrongs and assert our rights, only 50 people going to show up. But if they call a convention for the Odd Fellows or the Freemasons, they're going to be busting at the seams. This shows you that the Masonic group does not intend to fight for freedom because they already took the oath. Somebody say Rosa Parks was an Eastern Star, and that's why Rosa Parks was positioned strategically for the story of the bus. That's been already proven that she was, and I can find Moors that got locked up for not getting off the bus before Rosa Parks. I'm talking about Moors, actually Moors in the Moor Side System of America. But that was a strategic move, not to diminish the strategic move played that ultimately would change some things, but that was strategically set up. So Frederick Douglass goes on to say, a sum sufficient, he said, $17,000 to $20,000, a sum sufficient to maintain 4 or 5 efficient presses devoted to our elevation and improvement. We should not say this of Odd Fellowship and Freemasonry, but it is swallowed up the best energies of many of our best men, contending them which that glitters folly of artificial display, and disposing them to seek for silent and important realities. You hear what it say? It said that the Masonic organization, listen to what it says. It said the Masonic organization has swallowed up all of our talents. Basically, all of our competent brothers and sisters in the East and South have taken the oath. Hey fam, do y'all understand the reason this presentation is being done? Do anybody understand? If you don't, press 7 if you understand. But if you don't, what I'm trying to say is that there is a blockage that prevents the progression of our people. And many people that's playing a role in the blockage, many of them are not even aware of it for the most part. So listen to what I'm saying. If one is a Mason and watching this, if one is a genuine Mason that has joined to be a brother, to be in a fraternity, to help community, this is not talking about you. But ultimately, you are blocking. The moment that you try to go outside of the agenda or the comfort zone of the fraternity, you're going to meet a brick wall. And I'm talking about real progress. I'm not talking about a sandwich. I'm not talking about giving a poor lady, a poor mother a car. No, I'm talking about industry. I'm talking about at the beginning and the start of making laws and policy. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about giving somebody no sandwich. I'm not talking about giving somebody a coat. We're talking about the things that make the society go around. The things that make society go around is politics and money. That's it. That's it. That's all. Politics and money. That's what makes society go around. And when you have a group to block the positioning of real politics, not the politricks that we used to, where you elect somebody as opposed to select somebody. You're supposed to select somebody to represent you, not elect. You're supposed to select. On a local level, that's where you're supposed to concentrate at. But as long as you have groups that is pushing the concept that we got you, and then when you look behind the curtain, you find that they all are in the same game. The brother from the NAACP, Julian Bond, all of these people, they all in the same. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. They all are a part of the same exact thing. It doesn't matter if you laughed at Richard Pryor and Richard Pryor's struggle with life. There's only so much that they can do. It's only so much. Because once they take that oath, now let's talk about that oath for a second. Let's talk about the origin of that for 1 second. 1 second. Let's talk about the origin of that. And I'm not going to go deep into it, but I just want you to really understand that we are up against some serious odds. We are up against some serious odds. Frederick Douglass says, let me finish this first. Frederick Douglass says, the enemy of our people see this tendency in us and encourage it. This is why you see the rappers are joining offshoots of Freemasonry, the occult, for perks. This is why you see that. Listen. The enemies of our people see this tendency in us, and they encourage it. The same person who would puff such demonstrations in newspapers would mob us if we met to adopt measures for obtaining our just rights. They see our weak points and avail themselves of them to crush us. We are imitating the inferior qualities and examples of white men and neglecting superior ones. We do not pretend that all members of Oddfellows societies and Masonic lodges are indifferent to their rights and the means of obtaining them, for we know the fact to be otherwise. And that's what I mean. We're not talking about everybody. Some of the best and brightest among us are numbered with those societies, and it is on this account that we make these remarks. We desire to see these noble men expending their time, talents, and strength for higher and nobler objects than any that can be attained by the weak and glittering follies of odd fellowship and Freemasonry. We speak plainly on this point, for we feel deeply. Family, until many of us feel like that, because this is where the power brokers are. Family, it's not a fluke. What I'm trying to tell everybody, if you're not familiar with Freemasonry, familiarize yourself with it. If you're not familiar with the Masons, familiarize yourself with it. You know what I'm saying? Make it known to you, because that's what run this country. Every president, 98% of the presidents of the United States was Freemasons. That should tell you something right there. And our people, as Frederick Douglass said, want to follow the weak qualities of that. That's what Frederick Douglass said. That's what he said. And I agree, because everybody want to play along, to get along, be friends in a buddy club, while many other people in our group just suffer. You follow me? Now, one thing that I want to pull out, let me pull this out real quick. One thing that I want to pull out. Whoa, where is it? One thing that I have to pull out right quick is how, hey, what's going on here? It's how this Freemasonry thing looks. You feel what I'm saying? How it looks. And this is how it looks for real, whether we like it or not. Let me show you how it looks. This is how it looks in reality. Many people like to battle me about Freemasonry. I don't care about that. But this is how it looks in reality. See this? This is the basic. A representative colored Mason said to a graphic reporter, all Masons are under the obligation to recognize us. They want to be patted on the head. Let me finish. But they do not. The real reason that they assign is that our original charter came from English Grand Lodge, which exceeded its jurisdiction in granting it. The real reason is a colored prejudice and nothing else. Our charter comes from the highest possible source. 100 years ago, black men would refuse initiation to the Blue Lodges in America, admittedly on the ground of color. In 787, Prince Hall and 6 other colored men went to England expressly to secure the Masonic privileges which were refused to them here and were regularly initiated there with the express, here it goes, with the express understanding that they was to return and turn here and establish Masonry among colored men. What were they establishing Masonry amongst us for besides the facts to be subservient to those who extended the permission to them? Your mama give you permission. Your daddy give you permission. God opened the doors for you. White mean purity, purity mean God, and God mean ruler of the land. It's the science of people calling themselves white, wearing white wigs, and giving you permission to do something. Now your fidelity is to them. And those who fall in the line of this ideal, they cannot break the chain of the fidelity that they have taken the oath for. It doesn't matter what they say in public. The oath is connected if they are legitimately within the ranks of Freemasonry, as the people that I've showed. I'm not talking about internet play games. I'm talking about the real people that I showed. They are locked in. Someone gives you permission to do something, you got to work within the parameters of that person, that organization. Someone give you a job, you can't go to the job and do what you want to do. And with this is that much serious. Hope L said, I don't have a problem with any Freemason or any clandestine societies if they initiate for enlightenment and uplifting of our people ourselves. That's the problem. There would be no reason to be clandestine. There's no reason to be secret if your intentions is to enlighten and uplift people. There is no reason for that. There is something more going on, and we got to stop riding the fence. There's two things in all the world. The one is truth, the other is falsehood. Either you fighting for freedom or you are maintaining our enslavement mentally or otherwise. That's it. It's two things. There's up, down. There's right, left, there's black, white, there's positive, negative, there's truth, there's lies, there's truth, there's falsehood. You feel me? Now, so when I'm saying us, regular people, everyday people, we have to figure out how to maneuver in order to advance the regular people, because there is no caretakers for the regular people. That's what got Jesus put on the cross, if you believe in Jesus. That's what got Muhammad ran out of Mecca, if you believe in Muhammad. That's what got Buddha poisoned, if you believe in Buddha. And that's what got Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, killed, if you believe in the prophet. Because they was coming for the regular people that was being subjected to these societies. In the Bible, there's some of them known as the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And in Islam, it would be these people that controlled the politics of the day. Jesus and all of these people, whether you believe it or not, the story that is, they came to enlighten and arouse the regular people to what's really going on. And remember, Jesus was convicted of sedition. Sedition means that he was trying to overthrow the Roman government. How was he overthrowing the Roman government? Because they said he called himself a king. And he says that my kingdom is not of this world. Now listen, you don't have to get into the Bible. Forget the biblical concept of you hearing this story. Think about the concept of one telling these Romans that, listen, I'm the king. I'm the king. And to keep that hold, they had to find a way to get them done. Doug Cody said, what did Noble Drew Ali instruct us to do about them? Well, it was said that Prophet Noble Drew Ali said to pull the cover off all secret organizations. Pull the cover off. Well, I know that in my lessons that I've studied for years, that we should be revealers of the light, not concealers of the light. And anything that's in secret, you're concealing. You know what I mean? Like in the words of our brother Jesus, he said you can't put a lamp under. What he said, you can't put a lamp under. You can't cover a lamp up. You can't. You got to. I mean, you got to reveal it. You got to reveal it. You know what I mean? But one day we will catch on. One day we will catch on, and we will realize that it's not always the obvious, which we would say the European, the white man. It's not always that. That may be the ultimate, but it's that buffer. We need to address the buffer. This is why when I see Cat Williams addressing the obvious and not the buffers, because they not the buffer for real. Those are just notable names that we can relate to so the story can be sensationalized and maybe sell tickets, maybe distract, or whatever the case may be. That's all that is. But the true buffers is the ones that you don't see. And it's people like I was showing you not so long ago. The true buffers, these are the true buffers. You know what I mean? The Jesse Jacksons, the Al Sharptons, these are the buffers. Now we know that, but guess what? What good is knowing if we ain't doing nothing about it? We ain't letting people know that they the buffer. What good is it? What good is it? You follow me? Look at this. Eric Adams, mayor of New York City. Look at his hands. And you mean tell me that we're going to raise up? We're going to raise up? We're going to raise up some form of independence, some form of economic stronghold. We're going to raise up? This is why when I hear people say, politics is a sham, I understand what they're talking about. When I hear people say, y'all believe in voting, I understand what they're talking about. And they're not talking about what you think you're talking about. See, many people think that they're talking about that these people are crooked. And that's true. But it's a good old boys club that gets things cracking. You follow what I'm saying? So when you look at the mayor of New York City, Mayor Adams, NYPD Commissioner campaign became Freemasons over the weekend. Family, how are you going to get somewhere when everyone is joining these societies and taking these oaths, and their fidelity is to the oath before you? Family, so this is the major issue. Family, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, family, The best thing that you can hope for is Armageddon. That's the best thing you can hope for. The best thing you can hope for is that you learn how to feed yourself opposite of a grocery store, that you know how to get water opposite of a grocery store, that you know how to take care of your children, your family, protect them opposite of the police, that you be prepared. That's the best thing that you can do. Because the game is rigged, and it's been rigged for over 2,000 years. It's been rigged for over 2,000 years. This is not a new thing. This is not a new thing. It's been rigged. We refuse to come together. The regular people refuse to put money towards their liberation because there's so many janky people robbing people. We refuse to get some land. And once we get land, everybody's so comfortable with their internet. They're so comfortable with the Netflix. They're so comfortable with their phone. They don't want to build nothing on it. We're so comfortable with the paycheck that we don't even think we can feed ourselves. Family, in this world, you really only need a couple of things to be at peace. And that's pretty much food, clothing, and shelter. You don't need much to be at peace, but we have gotten comfortable and we gotten spoiled. So when all goes crazy, many won't even survive. Many won't even survive. And that's the setup of the illusion. The setup of the illusion of the entertainment industry is to bring you outside of the yourself that could actually save yourself. Keep you distracted. Keep you distracted. So if you got the mayor of New York and the police commissioner, then what? You got the inspirational singers like Marvin Sapp in the church, Lecrae. They got all sides locked down. You are surrounded from all sides, family. Who you think is your brother, who you think is your friend, you are surrounded from all sides. You are surrounded on all sides. It is what it is. They got the Christians. They even got Tommy a job. May Tommy rest in peace. They got you from all sides, family. So it's going to be up to us to realize what we have to do. I'm telling you, at this point, you better be able to take care of yourself. I'm saying you better be able to take care of yourself, because if you're not able to take care of yourself, and it was to go down, it's going all the way down, because the people that you thought was your friend, was actually working against you. And somebody's talking about Booker T. Washington. Let me tell you something, family. No one, any man that takes an oath, even Booker T. Washington took the oath. Most of these people that took the oath and became prominent, they was arguing about a process. No more, no less. It's like the Republicans and the Democrats. They argue about the process. It's not personal. That's all they arguing about. They arguing about the process. What is the process? The process to best maintain power control as individual or their individual circles. But it's never about the process of how to get out of the matrix. It's never about that. That has never been the argument. That has never been a conversation. The argument is, how do we teach people? Teach people what? Teach people what I've been taught and ultimately train people to move into the matrix. So we love Booker T. Come on, let's keep it a buck. Up from slavery, beautiful thing. But in fact, this, I go hard on it. I go too hard. In fact, much of the things that we learn is training us to enter into the matrix. Your school, your college is training us into the matrix, whether you acknowledge it or not. The ultimate goal of any group of people, of any nation of people, is to pull up out of the things that have never done you any good. That's the ultimate goal of all people. That's the ultimate goal. And we don't even realize we're being trained into the matrix. Listen to me. Don't leave your job tomorrow. That's not what this is all about. And I know you're not anyway. That's not what this is about. This presentation is to show you that we got some deep contemplating to do. We got some real considerations to make. Because we are the gift that keep on giving as it relates to slavery. We sell ourselves into slavery for the lack of confidence that we can do without these comforts that we're used to. We sell our children into slavery. I used to consider all the time, man, you never thought about when I went to school, my mama would put me on the bus and say, okay, off you go. And I'm 30 minutes busing to school with a stranger driving a bus that I don't know, never seen before. I'm going to go to a school with these Europeans that I've never met in my life. They're going to teach me something. And my mom is just going to have the confidence that they are going to teach me something that's going to help me. And the only time that she would consider that I'm not learning is when this European sends a paper home and says that, hey, he's failing, or hey, he's acting up. Not saying that my mother is not doing homework with me. Not saying that my mother ain't reading books with me. No, all of that takes place. But when you drop your children off and say, off you go, do you believe that that's a natural state of existing? Do you believe that that helps to elevate advanced people? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So it might take a couple lifetimes to understand how critical it is to at least pull back in one way or the other. If you pull back from the toxic foods, that's a start. If you pull back from the toxic information, that's a start. If you pull back from toxic people, that's a start. But you better start somewhere, because ultimately, when you don't do something, the universe is going to force you to do it. And we as a people, we haven't fought for our freedom like we supposed to. And the universe is going to set conditions where you're not going to have no choice. You're either going to fight or die. And what I mean by that, I mean that you're going to fight for your survival, because this is not forever. You're going to die. That's it. That's it. If something was to kick off right at this hour, has anybody ever seen, before I get out of here, has anybody ever seen real darkness? As they say, pitch black? Anybody ever seen pitch black? Anybody ever went camping where there is no lights? And you can't see sometimes we're so comfortable in this artificial world that we don't realize that we never seen it dark before. Many of us have never seen dark a day in our life. You know what I'm saying? Many of us have never seen dark a day in our life. Because wherever we go, we hear a buzz. We hear street lights. We hear cars. We hear heaters. We hear whatever. But there's always something lit somewhere in most of our lives. All of our lives. Let me tell you something. If something was to go down and the grid just shut everything down, majority of people would panic. Majority of people would panic because they never seen darkness before. And I'm talking about real darkness. I'm talking about the middle of the woods darkness with no moon, no nothing, just darkness. What I'm telling you, family, if it will come to the apocalyptic level, that's what you can expect. That's what you can expect. And we've been so spoiled that many of us won't make it. But while we have time, we better start watching. We better start watching who control what's going on. Everything seems like it's a joke. And it's really, it's really sad that, you know what I mean, we don't even realize that some of the people that we cheer for are in the matrix. And they try to fight within a construct. They try to fight within a construct that's not meant for them to win. They join these constructs. It's not designed to win. It's not designed. It's not put in place for people to be free. That's not the case. It doesn't work like that. You follow me? So I'm telling you, you got to keep your eyes open and know for sure that every step of the way, somebody is guarding the door. Somebody is guarding the door. You hear what I say? Somebody is guarding the door. Family, in your local community, you better find some like-minded people. You better find some like-minded people. Because some of the people that look like you, they're waiting until you make the wrong move so they can I'm telling you, from the music industry, it does not matter. From the music industry, from the church, it doesn't matter. Look at this. Even in the conscious community, as we once called it. Listen to this.
So you in the lodge, right?
37. Yes, sir. Prince Hall Grand Lodge.
Prince Hall Grand Lodge.
Yeah. And the thing is, everybody's afraid to say where Masonry's foundation is. Because if you do, white folks ain't got no credibility. Freemasonry is the most powerful organizational tool white people have to organize their elite and their upper working class elite into a brotherhood to maintain control over economic politics and culture where they find themselves.
This is Professor James Smalls. He's saying that it's the most powerful tool for quote-unquote white people. Listen one more time.
So you in the lodge, right?
37. Yes, sir. Prince Hall Grand Lodge.
Prince Hall Grand Lodge.
Yeah. And the thing is, everybody's afraid to say where Masonry's foundation is. Because if you do, White folks ain't got no credibility.
That's a lie, though. That's a lie. Europeans have plenty of credibility is because they established the lodge in England. Now, if you're talking from a theoretical perspective or a historical perspective or symbolism perspective or the essence of where they got the science from, I get it. But as an authority, they got plenty of standing. As an authority,
Freemasonry is the most powerful organizational tool white people have to organize their elite and their upper working class elite into a brother.
So that's telling you that if the working tool is to organize the European working elite, what is these brothers using the tool for? To organize the working elite amongst us. And that's their brotherhood, not yours. Not yours. And guess what? In order to go into the lodge, you must be selected. You don't get to knock on the door and walk in. You must be selected, vouched for. So they looking for the elite. They're not looking for the common person. I would debate anybody on Drew Ali was a Mason anytime you're ready. Email me at taharkabey@gmail.com. Andre Deals. Drew Ali is a Mason just as much as I am, and I never was one, but I can knock it out the park as to what it means and what they represent. I would take that challenge. Andre Deals, would you accept the challenge to prove that Drew Ali was a Mason? Would you accept the challenge? Would you accept the challenge? That'll be a good show for tomorrow. I would love that show. Would you accept the challenge? Let me tell you the difference between Drew Ali and everybody else. Prophet Noble Drew Ali is doing what I'm doing, or I'm doing what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali has done. He revealed the secrets to people so they won't become victim of them. That's what he did. Email me at taharkabey@gmail.com. Let me see you email me right now. Let me put the mail up in there. Before I go, I want to make sure that you email me. The other brother that did that, he didn't show up the next day. He didn't show up. Hopefully you'll show up. I'm going to check the mail in a minute because I'm about to sign off. All right. There you go. Send me the email. Let's go. Send me the email. I would debate anybody on this. See, this is the part that I like. You know what I mean? Because people say things and don't know what they're talking about. Now listen, don't come in with no receipts because I'm coming with all receipts. You come in with no receipts, you're gonna get embarrassed. I'm gonna warn you now. I'm gonna warn you now. Don't come with don't just show up without receipts. Don't show up without receipts. Because I'm gonna bring receipts, logic, and reasoning. Don't show up with no receipt. If you show up without receipts, I'm going to just laugh you out here. Do you know how to screen share your receipts? Do you know how to do that? You mean? Because if you show up with no receipts, I'm going to still do the show, and I'm going to show you what Prophet Noble Drew Ali demonstrate. I'm going to break it all down. I'm going to show you why he sat like this. I'm gonna break this whole situation down publicly. I'm gonna break this whole situation down. I'm gonna break it all down. Let me show you something real quick. Do you know how? Let me see if I can show you. I'm gonna give you something. Let me see if I can do it real quick. I'm gonna do it real quick before I get out of here. Let me see. maybe I can do it right quick. Let me see. See if I can pull up. I wouldn't expect this. I'll give you something real quick. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. In fact, I'm going to give you something real quick. I'm going to give everybody something real quick. Something to think about. Family. Give me 1 second. Let me get an image real quick. Let me get an image. Let me get an image real quick. I'm trying to find the right image. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one right here. I'll show you the difference. We're going to make it make sense real quick. Just something very basic. Very basic. All right. One more thing. Let's do something real quick to make it basic. All right. If you're a Mason, if anybody is a Mason in here. Oh, hold up. You see Prophet Noble Drew Ali right there? Let's deal with one thing real quick. You see how he's standing right there? Anybody know what that stance is right there? Anybody know what that stance is right there? Anybody? I'm gonna wait for somebody to see if they can type it in real quick. Anybody know what positioning of a stance is that? I'm gonna show you how real quick. See, we reveal the truth. Let's see if anybody know. Let me see. Let me look. I'm trying to get something else too. Anybody know? I'm waiting on y'all. Let's see if anybody know. All right. I'm looking. That's a 45 degree. Thank you. Okay. Now watch this. Watch this, fam. If it's a Mason in here, I want to ask, what is, maybe I'm going to draw it for y'all. I'm going to draw it for you. They can't smear me hope. I'm a master. I'm a Moorish mastermind. Watch this. I'm a Moorish mastermind. They can't smear the prophet. All right, real quick. All right, let me break it like this. When I was trying to find it, I don't have it, but I'm gonna explain it to you. I'm just gonna explain it to you. All right, give me 1 second. I'll just explain it. So what you see is the Prophet Noble Drew Ali on a 45 degree, right? The 45 degree angle. Press 7 if y'all with me. I want to make sure everybody is with me because I'm about to give a like a 2-minute class real quick. The 45 degree angle. Let's break down what that means from a Moorish perspective. All right? And this is from a real perspective too. So it's not only Moorish. This is a real perspective. So from a Moorish perspective though, the 45 degree angle. Family, whenever you are building something, you always start on a square and you build outward and upward. So the 45 degree angle, there's every structure that you know of, even circular dome structures, that dome is on the ground. Beneath the dome, there's a 45 degree angle. In the Bible, Jesus called that start the chief cornerstone that the builders reject. The chief cornerstone is how they start that angle on a 45 degree, right? Y'all with me so far? So when you join the Moorish Science Temple of America, you automatically are told, taught, instructed, And it ultimately will come to you that we stand on a 45-degree angle and we rise and we collectively open our meetings in prayer. You don't have to go through any rituals. You don't have to go through any rituals walking through the door. If you say, I want to proclaim my nationality, somebody's going to say, this is how we do it. It's not going to be a secret. In Masonry, right, you're going to start with the entered apprentice. You follow me? That's what you're going to start with in Masonry. You feel me? You're going to start with the entered apprentice, and then you're going to go to the second degree, and then the third degree you're going to come with. The third thing you're going to learn, they call this the Master Mason degree. So what does that tell you about Moorish science? You come in the door understanding this. The entered apprentice is not this stance. There's two things before that. You come in the door of the Moorish Science Temple of America being revealed to anybody who comes through the door. We do it right in public. Let me give you an example. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let me pull it up real quick. I think I got it on my computer. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I think I got it right here. Give me 1 second. I need 1 second. I just need 1 second. Just work with me. I wasn't going to do this, so it's going to take me a second just to grab it real quick. But the point that I'm making is, you literally come through the door with this. There's no two steps before this. That's the difference. That's the difference. Hold up. Let me see something. I didn't. Let me see something. Man, I can't find it right now. Hold on 1 second. I might can find it. Yeah, I can't find it right now. Just when I need it, I can't find it. Anyway, I wanted to give y'all the two steps before that, but it's the way that it's the positioning of the standing of the entered apprentice. But a picture would do me better than explaining it. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. I got one for you. There we go. Here we go. Let me give it to you, family. This is the difference between Freemasonry and Moorish science. There you go. I found one. The entered apprentice stance is like this when you go into Freemasonry. The fellow craft is number 2. Master Mason is number 3. Now, you come into the Moorish Science Temple of America like this. From the gate. Any and everybody. Understanding the fact that you got to build yourself from a square. It's symbolic. Perpendicular to the square. You learn that from the gate. You learn it from the gate. And you learn the deep, I just broke down the most, one of the greatest symbolism of it is that all buildings start on a 45. So what I'm saying is, you don't need 3 steps. That's Masonry. Moorish science is not like that. And in fact, this science If the guy debate me, I'ma show him how it predates Masonry and ancient Kemet. I'ma bring the receipts. And I'ma show how Prophet Noble Drew Ali is revealing the secrets that have enslaved us. It's right. It's right at your fingertips. It's right at your fingertips. Everything that they have used to enslave us is right in here. We talk about the compass. We talk about the square. We talk about the... It's right in here. It's right in here. We talk about the plumb line. I'll break it all down to you. Play with me. And I'll show you that you're in elementary school compared to our ancestors. I'll show you that the European has set you back in elementary school. I'll take your book and show you that you're in elementary school. I'll show you in elementary school compared to the science of the ADAP of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'll show you in elementary school, and I'll teach the whole public that you're in elementary school. The only thing that a brother that's in Masonry has the benefit of is that they have been around in this secret society for so long that they have those who came before them that opened the doors in high places. But the cost to enter in them doors is never worth your soul. Moorish science can't be. It's not. And the prophet was never a Mason. But what he is, he's showing you what is being used to counter our coming to freedom. That's what he's doing. But you don't study the prophet enough. All you did was see his hand on his chest. That's all you seen. You ain't look at Napoleon with his hand inside his jacket, the prophet outside of his hand. You ain't look at that because you don't know what you're looking at. Nah. You got concealers and you got revealers. You see this picture? You see his left foot forward? You see it? Let me show you something. I'm going to get out here in a minute. I got to go. I'm going to show you one more thing. Give me 1 second. Show you one more thing, and I'm going to get out of here. Show you one more thing. Here we go. And you can go all through Kemet and find this. All right, here we go. I'm just grabbing up something real quick. Oh my goodness, this joint here. All right. Who that right there? Anybody know? Anybody know? I'm trying to shrink it down. Hold on. Whenever you see a statue in ancient Kemet, right? One thing that you will notice, majority of the time, the left foot is always full. It's always forward. So when you see the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he's sitting down and the left foot forward, he's demonstrating something that's consistent with our ancestors. It's consistent with your ring finger on the left. It's consistent with your heart. On the left. I'm going to leave it right there, but we're going to get into some more sciences. And I always like to say, when the military say left, right, left, that's our sciences. And there's no way that you or anybody else is going to take the bootleg version and try to make ours following yours. You don't get to take my coat and say it's yours. You don't get to do that. And in fact, the watered down version is missing so many elements of our ancient forefathers and ancient Kemet. It's missing so many elements. So many elements. That the only benefit is, and Hope Owens L. said it, is your network. That's the only benefit. The only benefit is your network. You don't know nothing about alchemy. You don't know about the deeper sciences of what's going on with that left side. You don't know. You don't know the deeper sciences about the compass, the square. You know what they told you. You know the remix that they told you. I can show you what the builders in ancient Kemet symbolized it as and ultimately used it and then created the symbolism and built the pyramids that they can't figure out. The compass and the square. The true builders of civilization. You can't hit me with the water down. So again, you better bring some receipts because it's going to be a long night. Because I love to teach the science of Moorish science. I just don't like to browbeat people about Moorish science because people got this misinterpretation that it's some religion that they seen on the internet that these weird little cracks and quacks be talking about on the internet and evoking Prophet Noble Drew Ali name. And so I don't want people to get me confused with these quacks that be talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so I reserve it for when somebody asks a question and I give you the reality of it. Because there's so many quacks out here think that they're going to drive without a license. They don't have no sciences as it relates to our ancestors. Think that they're going to squat in the house. That's no sciences relates to our ancestors. Think that birthright is when you're able to stand on some land and tell the people get off your land and not pay a mortgage. That's goofy at best. Your true birthright is the power of your ancestors. To harness the power of the universe and to understand the symbolism so it never gets lost in translation in the written word. That's what the symbolism is about. It's not to hide it, it's to preserve it. It's not to hide it, it's to preserve it. So it can never get lost in translation. Once it's in stone, it's preserved. And so when you see somebody like Prophet Noble Drew Ali demonstrating something, you connect it to your ancestors, you connect it to the Europeans, you was twice as lost. So bring your European buddies up here and all that you want, and I'm going to teach them something. I'm going to teach them something that they don't know. But with that being said, family, I'm gonna calm down. I want to thank you for joining me on Morris World TV. Did y'all get a lesson tonight, family? Did you get a lesson tonight? Now tomorrow night, let me ask you a question before I go, family. Now you know I'm changing the format. I don't know if y'all like the format, but I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that's hidden right before our face. Is that all right with you? Is that all right with you? I need a 7. Is that all right with you? I'm gonna be talking about a lot of things that's hidden right before our face. A lot of things that people been lying about. A lot of things that people is not telling us about. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna get into some stuff. We're gonna get into some stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you something, family. I'm just not here talking. I'm telling you that this stuff is happening in real time. And I'm just giving you examples of yesterday. And that's where we're going at, family. Because at this point, in reality, when you walk out your door, these people are affecting your life. They affect your life every day. Little do you know. So with that being said, family, I appreciate you.
Come on, man.
I'm gone, Boosie. I'm gone, man. I'm gone.
You see how fake and phony this little bastard is?
We will mash you up. We bust up your little blood clot maga body.
It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moore's World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody going to somebody tell Seti we need to get together. Never on my watch. Time to cook, pull out the pot, turn up the heat, let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on them frauds when you're rolling with the guard. Hey, Crip, Sonny, Box, and Apple X, and Sean. Jasmine and the Queen got Sean from the Shy Camp. Chamber, Ishmael Bay, and Sin Soon. Anybody they can get it if they gripping on the fam. Moore's World TV, investigating all scams. Gon' check my record, and please don't front. Come on, keep it a buck. I ain't been wrong once. Somebody tell Seti we need to do a show together. Zulu, Shabazz, and Grandmaster J. Word to God to all the frauds. I brought them to their knees, but they ain't nothing like how they do to Tariq Law Nasheed. Welcome to another edition of Moore's World TV. I'm your host, Brother Taharkabey. Let's get on these frauds' neck. And let's shut them down. Let's go. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. That's right, let everybody know what's going down. Moore's World TV. We gonna shut it down. Share this to at least 2